inches were in a foot. But if we take our facts, if we have a fact that immediately relates the two things that we have, or that we want to know, I would use the easier one. And I want to write a fraction that's going to cancel what I already have. Question?
It would be multiplied by 3.
It's going to end up multiplying by 3.
So it would equal to 36 feet.
Correct. All right. So if we can come up with this conversion factor, again, easiest thing in this case for us to do is use the fact that there are 3 feet in 1 yard. So by putting the yards in the denominator, that cancels that out. It leaves us with feet. And I'm multiplying the numerators. The denominator is just 1, so we don't have to write it down. So we've got an answer.
Why did we cancel the yards?
Because whatever factor you have on the top and the bottom, they eliminate each other.
Oh, okay. So you always cross out
You're
whatever.
always trying to cross out any units that are in both the top and the bottom, because the bottom can cancel each other out.
Oh.
Whatever's left is the units of measure that you currently have. And you
Okay.
want to end up with, if we had this would be more complicated. This would be more complicated to start here. If I used the fact that there are, well, I think you told me this a moment ago. You told me, well, there are 36 inches in 1 yard. If I used that fact, then I would write this as 36 inches in 1 yard. At that point, I'd not have yards anymore, but I've had inches. I would still have to multiply by another conversion to get from inches to feet. And I know that there are 12 inches in 1 foot. So I want the feet. I don't want the inches, so I would write my fraction this way. And notice, again, units that are the same on the top and the bottom, I get to cancel out. And on top of that, I have a 12 on top, I have a 12 on the bottom, I can cancel that. It's exactly the same number. And look what it leaves me with. I have 36 times 1, which is 36, and in the denominator I have 1 times 1, nothing to multiply here. Denominator is entirely 1, so I don't have anything but what I got before. So it took me longer to get there.
Oh, okay. It's much easier to do the simple way.
So if we have some inside information, like they give us relationships between English and metric, or again, I've got all of these same pieces of information on my table. Actually, what I'm going to do for you is I'm going to bring that table up. So let me come over here to my announcements. Chapter 9. Don't tell me that. Try this. All right. So I'm going to make this a little bit bigger so we can see this. So this is what you should have in your announcements. If you did not get this, I will resend it. But again, you've got relationship between English and metric. I noticed when I was putting this collection of tables, there were some other conversion facts that weren't included in these tables, so I threw them into the list here as well. But let's say for example, that we're looking at something like number 40. So number 40 here in our text says we have 180 inches and we want to convert this to HM.
Hecto.
Now, in my handy dandy tables, I do not have any conversion that goes from English to HM. I have other things, but I do not have this HM. So, I'm going to take another look at, well, what did they tell me? What did they give me? And they gave me this stuff. They said that 1 inch is 2.54 cm.
Centimeter.
Well, cm stands for centimeters. I can go there, but I'm going to need a little bit of more information to finish this. But let me start the problem. So, if I were to use the fact that 1 inch is the same thing as 2.54 centimeters, and again, I'm writing that fact down in such a way that the inches are going to cancel out. There's going to be one on the top, one on the bottom, so I don't have that. Now I have centimeters. And I really, really like to have whatever these HMs are, right? But I need another conversion fact that I don't happen to have at the moment. So here's what I'm going to do from this point. I want to take another look at this table. And out of habit, I grabbed my conversion table, but I've got it here on my screen. And I want to look at this a little bit. On the upper left, I have these cool explanations about what do these prefixes mean. So when I see in the metric system, when I see a K, that actually stands for the word kilo or kilo. And what it means is it's 1,000 times our base unit. Now our base unit, when we're talking about length, we're talking about meters. If we were talking about volume, we would be talking liters. And if we were thinking about weight or mass, we would be talking about grams. So this base unit, when you see this in the table, your base unit is either going to be meters, so this is for meters, or it's going to be L for liters,